But first, let's talk about what's hot now. I like this. Well, I'm trying to keep up with this one.
Yeah.
Because she's all glittery every day.
I'm telling you, until New Year's, you will see me in sequins or rhinestones. I love it.
And we love it. Yes. I'm loving the people with their hats on. Everybody's getting in the spirit of Christmas. Yes. We all look forward to Barbara Walters' 10 Most Fascinating People special. It was on last night. Did you catch it? The most fascinating person of 2015 was revealed. Really not a surprise. Caitlyn Jenner took the top honor. She was hailed as a symbol of hope. Oh, really? Really? You're mocking? Yeah. You're mocking? She was hailed as a symbol of hope for the transgender community. Barbara Walters said when Bruce Jenner became Caitlyn Jenner, there was a seismic shift in the gender universe. What did you think of the choice?
Well, number one, I can't wait for 2016. I am so tired of hearing about her. I mean, it's just too much. It's because to me, this is not the symbol of moving forward for the transgender community. I have known about the transgender community for a long time
but
now.
A lot of people didn't.
I understand that, but I do think there's a lot of sensationalism with her, and she's not even the person of the week for me. I'm sorry, I'm over it. I'm done.
She brought awareness. But she brought awareness to more awareness to the transgender community. It's now part of our dialogue, which I have to say you have to applaud her for.
I disagree with you because it was
Laverne
Cox,
before her. Laverne Cox did with Orange is the New Black.
It was.
It is now
99% of the people have no idea what was going on.
That's not true. It's not true to say 99% of people did not know. And I think it was very sensationalized. And I think it diminished a lot with the issues that are going on in the transgender community. For me, because it's such a circus.
I disagree.
No, when I watched her special on ABC, like, I consider myself a pretty open-minded person. There were so many things in the trans community that I didn't know about, even though I've grown up with people that are trans and have accepted people that are trans. To me, for her, she created this conversation and this dialogue, and whether you like her or not, or you agree with the sensationalism or not, she is an advocate for transgender rights, and it started a dialogue in this country that needed to be started, and I'm happy that someone started it.
Well, I'm glad that there's a dialogue. I don't think it started with her. Even the audience, they didn't really clap a lot. Everybody's kind of tired of it.
I think
2016.
Yeah, but that's because no.
Caitlyn Jenner, I apologize. They also agree.
No, the only reason they agree with you is because that she's connected to the Kardashians. That's the only reason people hate Caitlyn Jenner.
Are
you kidding me?
No.
You cannot deny. I'm sorry. You cannot deny what she has done for the transgender.
Guys, I think the reaction is everyone's a little over her.
Right, it's oversaturated.
Not what she's doing.
Hey, I'm out of curiosity, who would you have liked to seen selected as most fascinating?
No, myself. Why wasn't I there?
But seriously, who is more fascinating?
I told you guys this. I was really fascinated. Well, let me tell. Good grief, you're gonna open up a space for me to tell you?
Yeah, go for it.
I told you guys before. I thought the Pope. I really loved the Pope this year. That was who I was behind.
Fascinating.
Okay, let's go. It was Amal Clooney last year. Do you know what it was? Amal Clooney, and like, she's an amazing advocate as well. She's also an activist, but did she really change the conversation in the United States?
She took my man. She took my man.
Sorry.
I am much more offended by her.
I should never. Fascinating.
Never say never.
Never. That's true.
Never say
no,
never.
I'm rooting for their marriage. Whatever. All right. Last night, President Obama took a walk on the wild side. He joined risk-taker Bear Grylls for a survivalist mission in the Alaskan wilderness on NBC's Running Wild with Bear Grylls. They ate wild salmon that had been discarded by a bear, actually. Truly discussed climate change, which is why Obama agreed to do this, and talked about what happens when you interrupt bears fornicating. Apparently, bears do not like to be interrupted.
Do you?
Is there ever a good time to
I don't
interrupt
know.
a bear?
What do you do? Tap on its shoulder? I don't know, but they do not like it. And then they tried to take a selfie together, and it didn't quite work out.
Here's the thing. I love that I'm a President Obama fan. I love that he's raising awareness with, change in global climate. But I have to say, I think this show is a little poor timing in the world we live in today. I thought it was a little poor timing on this airing.
Well, he can't tell you.
He's the president. He can tell NBC anyone what he wants to do.
I don't think so.
They just see him in a different light. Why? What's the?
I just think it's in the state of the world today. I think of what's going on. I love his message.
But he was there talking about climate change too.
After what happened in Paris, I think this is perfect timing to keep that dialogue going.
I totally understand where you're coming from. I thought the same thing. The reason I guess I was upset about it initially was, again, in the current state of this world, I thought it was like a little silly and a little jokey, which I know people still want to joke.
They need levity.
But they're always picking on him, saying that he doesn't have a sense of humor. So now he shows a sense of humor.
It was shot 3 months ago, and I think it's important to know that. It just happened to air. But I do think that bringing awareness to global climate issues is so
important. And President Obama is almost out of office. I want to see all the fun things from him right now. He's done his job. Let him do some fun things.
A few more months.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
No, I said he's almost out of office.
This happens to every president, right? When
And we did get the selfie, finally. We have a picture of the selfie. See, they finally got it to
finger.
He's got a few more months to do some funny things, and that was fun to me, and I enjoyed it, and everybody else did also.
Now that we've worked up the crowd into a frenzy, let's bring up Donald Trump, why don't we? All right? Trump has taken a lot of heat for his comments about Muslims, Mexicans, and anyone else who was running for president along with him. Now it seems Trump has a fan in, of all people, Vladimir Putin. The Russian leader says Trump is, quote, a very colorful person with talent, and he welcomes Trump's desire to move to, quote, more solid, deeper relations with Russia, to which Trump responded, it is always a great honor to be so nicely complimented by a man so highly respected within his own country and beyond. Whoa.
Yeah.
That whole thing is, there's so many things wrong with this.
Well, the first thing is I saw that and I listened to it and I had to look up. I'm like, what is Putin's approval rating? He has a 90% approval rating.
Well, because they have to.
I know.
I mean,
but I'm just saying, it was
trust that approval rating
I don't.
in Russia.
And I looked it up a couple different sources, but I was just shocked. I'm like, he has
It's
a
like
90%.
polling North Korea.
Exactly.
They're all gonna say that too.
I mean, is this a good thing to be associated with Putin or a bad thing for him among his supporters?
Putin is loving this. I mean, this is a match made in bigotry heaven, of course. I mean, they're the same type of person. And you know, Putin is completely laughing about how his reaction has been. He's like, yes, yes. Putin's looking at this as saying, if he gets president, I can manipulate him so easily. So easily. I just give him a few compliments, and he's like, yeah, strutting around.
I don't think
The statement was given in Russian, right? I don't speak Russian, so I trusted the translation that was provided by all the different news sources. I did ask a few Russian friends about the translation, and they said that they don't feel strongly about that translation. They took it more like he was saying he had vision and he had like a big personality, but it wasn't like he's brilliant.
Supporting
and he's
him.
and not like a super politician. So I don't know. Ask your Russian friends today what they think.
I just want Trump to ride a horse shirtless like Putin. That's all I want.
Stop it. That visual now, Meredith, is burned in my brain.
You know, I was at Disney World last week, and I was doing their candlelight processional, which if you ever get down there, or to Disneyland, they do it too, is such a beautiful, beautiful event. And we were there for a few days, and I wondered, why are there no metal detectors here? I thought it was strange that in Disney World, given the fact that that's one of those places, I would think somebody who wants to cause trouble might go. And now it turns out, we read today, that they are putting in metal detectors.
I'm for that.
That's the world we live in right now, and they're also removing all toy guns. They will no longer sell any toy guns, including water pistols, and they won't. Yeah, which is great. And they also won't allow anybody over the age of 14 to wear any kind of a costume while on the grounds. So no adults in costumes. For a lot of reasons, I love that, because that's creepy.
Yeah.
That's creepy. That's scary.
I love this. You know, safety precautions, of course. I thought they implemented this a long time ago, but that's very interesting. But
most of those
anything to
in
protect the
costumes
children.
working for them?
As anyone knows who brings little kids, they go in and they just check your purse. And now that the sad state of the world is we have to go in these places like this and scared. And I have little kids, and I'm going next week to Disneyland. And
You're gonna love it.
But you don't feel safe. And so this added layer of security, I think, will make me feel a little bit better.
But you know, I actually did feel very safe. I think they do an excellent job, and I'm sure there are plenty of plainclothesmen, you know, undercover walking around that park for sure. But it was great. It was magical, as they say.